I applied to join the committee initially as a citizen of Aspen, and having participated in climate action all of my career, I thought that this would be a good opportunity to make an additional difference at a local level in a way that would have some lasting benefits for the community. And so I think we applied in the summer of 2022, if I recall correctly, and we started meeting in September, October. And I am primarily a climate activist, and so a lot of the information that we received was new to me, about land use codes and about various ordinances and planning and zoning. I've always known what an important role it plays in growth in a community, and also especially being involved in building codes, I know how influential building codes can be regarding energy consumption in buildings and changes. And so it seemed to me like this would be a good opportunity for me to help make a contribution, a positive contribution in the community. I think my biggest takeaways are that the democratic process still exists, civic discourse can still exist even when people don't agree or disagree, and there can be respect. And the other piece that I think was the biggest takeaway is that everybody stayed committed through the entire process. We were able to develop what I feel are a solid set of recommendations that the county commissioners should be able to adopt pretty readily, handily, speedily. We spent all those months with a very diverse group of, they selected them, the county commissioners selected the people for the committee, and it represented all parts of the community, the development community, architectural, environmental community. We had youth who are invested in staying here. So I think that was a real learning. That was one of the key takeaways that I have, is that this is a recommendation that they should readily adopt. And while they'll have some outside influences to come in and say, this is going to affect me in this way, yes, this is going to affect everybody in the community in some specific way. But if you look at the longer term and you look at the bigger picture for the community, this is really positive, will have a positive impact. I think that we were able to achieve consensus on our recommendations. What I'm proudest also about, I think, is just how we all work together. Our little team, we didn't really have the coordinating committee, if you will. We worked really well together. And the group of consultants, the county staff, Michael Miracle and me, I feel like we all worked really well together. There was a lot of collaborative effort, and that to me is really important in any kind of community process. So I think it didn't necessarily change how I viewed the committee. It deepened how I view the committee, that there are a lot of people who are really invested in keeping the integrity of what Pitkin County is, somewhat rural, environmentally robust, caring, affordable for people who are trying to live here, and figuring out how to get that piece back, the affordability. I think between what the staff provided, the materials the staff provided, and those on the committee who have that expertise were really helpful and patient with all of us. Everybody was patient with one another to help us understand and educate. Everybody was really patient and helped lend their expertise in a very thoughtful, helpful way, so that we could all be on the same page. And that was, I think, part of the process, is that it took us a while for all to build the same education base. And I'll never be on the same, level as Randy Gold and some of those other guys. You can't, I don't remember the adage, you can't solve a problem if you keep thinking about it the same way. It only leads to insanity or something like that. We didn't think about just solving the problems at hand using the same tools. Maybe we did use some of the same tools, but we also reformulated them.